Alrighty, I'm officially live on YouTube.
So, Stanford wins the toss here.
Big win for Stanford.
Okay, I'm gonna put the...
Seems like this game might be a little rushed in order to make way for the VFL game later.
It might.
Which will be unfortunate.
I think they should really just delay the VFL game.
Yeah, that might be what ends up happening. Let's hope they don't force running clock on.
Okay.
I hope that's what happens.
You hope they do force it?
No, I mean, I hope that they...
The top is very
They
bad.
delay the VFL game. Delay the VFL game.
Yeah.
Hang on. Can you tell Lance to stop obstructing the stream? He's like flying right in front of me.
And it's a touchback, and the team and
Yeah, I'm in the booth.
Notre Dame will set up on the 20.
Oh, I'm in Vanish. That's probably why you can't see.
They just asked if I wanted that.
Say no. It looks like Notre Dame will be in a normal offense. Contrary to how they initially lined up against Ohio State. That was a disaster, as we all know. If you were in the stream last time.
Doesn't seem like we're getting a play clock just yet. No good to go's been given. It seems the refs are getting all set. Here we go.
Hollow throwing, and it's behind.
By Hollow Warrior. Zolo continues to screech about Najee Harris. Seems like he is a
Najee Harris sucks.
You know, that hit seemed a little bit early to me.
I think it was close, but not quite. Down coming. That may have been.
I don't think there were bets for the VCAA game, were there?
I don't believe so, unless it was private. On to third down. Clock's still ticking with a dead scramble. Zolo is about to buy a Najee pillowcase. Looking for the out route.
And there's a pass, it's caught.
Oh, that was a dot by Hollow.
Good shot by Hollow.
And it'll be a touchdown.
Score that. Yep, there you go.
Notre Dame up 7-0 early. Oh wait, I don't really need a scoreboard since it's on the side.
Going for one here.
The kick is good.
Kick is good. Looks like it ended up landing in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th row. Stanford might want to incorporate a net for their field goal after this game.
This is Arrowhead Stadium, they have no control. It's down at the 9. Stanford playing a little too far back on that one.
That was a solid shot from, I believe, Hollow?
Most likely.
Who's number 14?
Hollow. Good to go.
I thought no, I'm very interested with the decision to have Hecken at DT because I was told before this game that Hollow would be DTing.
They could be motioned out.
The ex-Michigan Wolverine, ex-Florida Gator, and ex-LSU
Tiger.
Looks to be going for
Mr. Bean rolls out early.
Oh,
dead play.
Dead play.
Dead play. They might have Heck try to just throw a blitz instantly to just throw off Mr. Bean here.
And
Seems like
that's
they're
what
gonna
they
try to-
will do. Mr. Bean in trouble, throws up a
What?
prayer. Oh,
that
very
was
close. Very close to hitting. Is that Carlitos?
Mr. Bean asking for the early, not gonna get that call right now.
No, he rolled out instantly when he saw Heck going down the side. I don't know if
That's
he
the
knows
thing,
the
if
rule.
he continues to panic when he sees Heck. I mean,
Maybe it'd be
Golly,
a good
trouble.
idea to give him a little love tap when he's rushing down the side and then run out the opposite direction.
Perhaps.
Once
There's
again,
the
gonna
lo-
rush down the
Oh, and
side.
does
Mr. Bean
not
just gonna
connect with
throw it away.
Carlitos. They're gonna call
Poppery
early
asking for
again.
early. I don't think they're gonna give it to them.
Doesn't seem like early.
You let refs saying you left pocket, homie. So
Zolo
for those
doing
of
his
you who
typical
don't know,
complaining.
if you step on, or rather out of the area within the dotted line, that's called leaving the pocket, and the DT's allowed to rush you instantly, basically.
They're going on fourth down. What could set up a Notre Dame with great position if they get the stop here.
and likely a touchdown to get a 2-score lead if this fails.
Seems like they're playing Heck as an extra
Kanye.
CP. It's up in the air. 50-50 ball.
And it's picked.
Oh, and Carlitos
It's caught.
raced on it.
By a landmine.
I think Carlitos
Yeah.
could have been there. He just didn't turn around in time.
You know, Carlitos is actually one of. Wait, no, that wasn't Carlitos, I don't think.
That was
Carlitos who missed.
It was.
yeah. Landmine got the pick. He
Carlitos
mossed
is
him.
one of the better lob catchers for.
Maybe Nerves
know.
coming into it.
Yeah.
Stanford looking for their first ever win here.
Of
Just a
course,
reminder,
Mr.
though.
Bean lined up at CB. The goat.
Oh, and there's
Out route
Carlitos
connects.
gets burned.
Paulo hits
Mo-
another out route.
Two mess ups by Carlitos.
Moss
The
and
thing
a
to
burn.
remember
I mean,
is
I
that
wouldn't call the.
Mr. Bean calling out his CB and wide receiver.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily call the lob a mess up by Carlitos. I would say that that's more of Mr. Bean's fault for throwing it 50 yards short.
I will remind that
15.
every time the team has won the national championship, they do not go on to make playoffs the following year. So if Notre Dame wins this game, they will break that curse and make the Final Four.
Is that legit?
Yeah.
Yes.
I've
LSU,
never known that.
or wait, yeah. Ohio State didn't make it season 3. Penn State didn't make it season 2. So
Oh, true.
another whiff by Stanford on the turn. So Notre Dame gets a win today, they'll be in and be the first team to break that.
Would you like to talk about the other curse associated with the national championship?
I guess we'll see how that one will turn out.
Yeah, we'll see.
Regardless, I'm still happy for Bingham. We got a Weisman, since I don't remember. Was Zolo season 1 Weisman, or did they not? I don't think they gave that. Yeah, they didn't.
No, Zolo won because Cho beat him in the playoffs.
Oh yeah, he did win the Weisman. Another dead player right there.
Carlito's getting beaten up. Of course they are, because everything that Mr. Bean misses is on the receiver's fault.
It is surprising to see Stanford make playoffs, but we'll see how they do in this game. Go for the stack.
They're just gonna stack it up and
They get stuffed.
yards, yeah.
All they're gonna
That is a generous spot.
That is so generous.
I think that what they did there was they looked at the little jump that Carlitos had after he was already down, and they thought that was the knockback. Yeah. I don't know. Some refs are just, little.
Suck at placement. He
Another
missed
failed scramble
again.
from Mr. Bean.
Heck is very good at guarding this run by Mr. Bean.
Or Mr. Bean's just very bad at running, one of the two.
No, I think that Mr. Bean is using a much more safe running technique compared to what we've seen from him in the past, where he would just kind of chuck up a prayer and then, you know, hope that it hits him while he's running.
Either way, they better convert here, or else Notre Dame could run away with
There
this
is
game.
double
Going for the
lobs.
Like
lob.
they're going for a lob. That's a
And
good
it's-
lob.
And it's caught.
Carlitos catches it this time though, and he's off to the races.
He's gonna be down
He's
though.
down
Landmine
at the
with a
15.
fast hit. They
Down
call
at
him
the
down.
15 though. They'll spot it at the 16. More likely probably at the 14 or 13, but 1 or 2 yards won't be that much of a detriment.
Looking for it
Oh,
here.
that's open.
Oh, wow.
Oh, barely misses though. Maybe a bit of pressure from Heck, forcing him to alter his shot midway through.
Zella words of inspiration.
Solo might have money on Stanford here.
Oh, is he on the other side of
Rumors,
the stand?
rumors suggest that Solo, maybe. Oh, Mr. Bean here.
That's a
He's
dead
gonna
play.
slip
That's a dead play.
And they
He
call it dead.
ran at more like the 12-yard line.
Rumors suggest that Solo is actually possibly going to go into debt if Stanford loses this game, so.
I didn't know that.
Well, they've had a Mickey Mouse schedule, so.
Yeah,
Are there some underground bets for this game?
most likely. I mean, I heard Solo was very behind on his payments for his house, and he's trying to make up for it by some secret betting.
Didn't he make like $1 million by selling every house in Pittsburgh?
Dead play.
Oh, that might be dead. Throws up a prayer. I think it's just a dead play though.
Oh, it was a sack.
I thought it was a dead play.
Calling it third down, it seemed like more than that.
Yo, should we add someone to the call for an interview?
Yeah.
Not right now.
At halftime. At halftime, yeah.
At halftime we can do it.
Stanford really should just call hike here in order to make sure the refs can't review. Gonna step out, shoots it directly up in the air.
It's caught.
Again.
Touchdown.
TD.
What a dime.
They get on the board. Stanford trying to get back into this.
Hold up, is that Stanford's old head coach Alex DeVery Best on for the first time in 20 years?
I guess he's come to root for his team.
Perhaps.
Other news, your daily preseason updates. Patriots have the ball back at the 30, or still scoreless in their game. Steelers down by 3 against the Eagles, but they have the ball.
Yeah. Fly Eagles fly.
Field goal is good. Field goal is good. Landed straight on the back of the post. Impressive shooting. Checking all my audio is good.
Triple coverage look.
Good to
Never
go is
mind.
given when Notre Dame whips out. Look.
Oh, what a tight window.
beautiful pass over the middle, and this might be another touchdown, unless they get good boosts.
And yes, it is.
Happen.
One play TD for Notre Dame, and they keep their lead.
20
Mr.
to
Bean
7.
getting mad at Carlitos right now.
Not surprising, Mr. Bean, a very demanding
Controversial.
presence. Controversial player. Obviously, deserving the Wiseman, didn't get it.
Oh, Mr. Bean is getting close to the carpet. Papri might have just jumped as well. Let's see.
I don't think so. Call it.
There we go. That's the jump, though. Carlitos. Numo.
Was there a hut there?
Yeah, hut was called. It's going to be at the 5-yard line.
They will be going for it.
I once managed to get a game called early by purposefully jumping.
Just 2 people at DT.
They seem
I
confused
think
as
one
to
of those
what's
is
going
the
on.
CV. Oh, they're going for the
Traditional
Notre
Notre Dame
Dame
run play.
special. Very smart going to Mr. Bean's
And
side
it's
and not
gonna work.
Carlitos'.
Touchdown. I mean, 2 points.
All right, Notre Dame.
And that'll
seems
make
to
it
be up
22 to 7.
22 to 7.
Notre Dame showing what's up.
I had to do it.
What kind of kick was that?
I don't know. They've had 2 good kicks previously, though, so I don't think it's gonna be too upset. See if Stanford can pull something out here. Keep them in the game. Gonna roll out. Gonna look. Ooh, very risky.
And a queef.
Apparently there was flag on the play. I didn't see any. Gonna roll out. Heck right on it.
And it's a pick.
If Mr. Bean's not careful, it could go all the way. Heck. And it does! Pick 6 by Heck. See what the call is. Refs seem to be taking their time. TD. Notre Dame continues to run away with this game. See if they can get him here.
It's good.
Not, but they can get it.
And what an opening to the second quarter that is.
Indeed.
Stanford, it appears not even trying to catch these. It looks like Carlitos jumped backwards on that.
Oh, shoot. Oh my gosh, she finally got a rush off.
Bean gets the run. And it looks like it'll be good for about only 3 yards. Will they call that offsides? Mr. Bean gonna take a while here, calls hike. Rolls out right. Has a receiver. Throws it out of bounds. Cutting up wouldn't be my first option right there as a receiver, but I suppose with another receiver coming in right behind you, you wouldn't want to overlap. Stanford
Oh, but
running down the play call,
Did he
go
stay in?
away.
Did he stay in? See,
It
do you
looked
ever
like
call him
it.
out? They're
Only
trying to
one
be
hit,
able to
2 hits,
ease him down.
3 hits.
Good boost there.
I'm not sure about this.
Oh,
That's
they did
out.
call him out.
Cheese ball called
Waited back
out.
there.
Are there
It
gonna be 2 games going on
appears
at
as
once?
though they're gonna start the second game at the originally scheduled time.
Patriots just got a field goal.
Well, we aren't gonna be able to stream it, so.
No way there's gonna be.
Oh wait, this is at Arrowhead, so it looks like they're just gonna be in the locker rooms
They're
while
going
the
to
game.
Niners Stadium.
Huh.
What was that?
He had to throw it away, I guess.
Mr. Bean throws it a mile over his head. Mr. Bean calls hike. Had Carlitos perfect.
Knocked out of bounds.
Easy yards, 15 or 16. Only giving them 13 yards, I think that's a bad spot too.
Guys, Joe Flacco's in.
I don't remember asking.
Well, I did. I asked myself.
Steelers, right? That's not a good shot. Mr. Bean makes the right decision. Gonna have to throw
That
it
was an
away.
error.
Maybe an error. Maybe a
It was an
sack.
error. It was an error.
The refs are gonna give him the benefit of the doubt and call an error.
Bean should have just ran. Get a little open lane, but
Maybe he's, I don't know, maybe he's a bit scared of running after the first 20 attempts being completely negated. A bit of timer problems, it appears. Oh. 2-minute warning, I suppose. Bean calls a quick hike, and I think there was no good to go. No good to go after halftime.
2-minute warning.
The 2-minute warning, and I think this is actually good for Mr. Bean because that'd be a bad third down if this hadn't been given to them. 2nd and 15.
That 10 and 5 came
5
really
was
quick.
given. That was very quick. Mr. Bean gonna roll out.
Throw.
Nobody there.
One hit.
Gonna roll backwards. Gotta get it off. He got it off.
Carlitos.
A perfect lob though. And he's gonna go all the way.
What? Do they mark him down or just assuming one? I guess they're assuming one. Apparently Philadelphia scored.
That's a touchdown. 29-14. Assuming this goes through. Mr. Bean isn't looking all the way down.
Biden's gonna jump by Hollow. Or Hack. Either one of them could have been called for that.
Is now looking all the way down.
Got a free play off of it, but it was also a okay, so they decline it.
29-14 is your score.
See if Notre Dame can stretch this out for the half.
Or perhaps they'll make a offensive blunder, which they haven't seemed to have been making the whole game. Bean kicks it into the 10th row.
Big balla.
A local charity event that was being posted there just got shot. Notre Dame pulls out here. Might be going for a lob. I guess they're confident running it against Mr. Bean and Paprisan's side. Gotta watch the out route though. Heck.
Landmine with a huge burn, and it is queefed.
He queefs.
Missed it completely. I'd just like to point out, whoever is in at DT right now completely biffed that play. Ended up covering the same route that Carlitos was.
Yeah.
And Hollow could just roll out to the right side and had 20 blocks of space. She's caught again with the quick 10-5.
Oh.
Tried to hit. Heck. Instead, now it's 3rd and 10. You might honestly want to just punt it here.
That he tries to play the coverage too much, and a little bit of miscommunication happens with the CB, and they've been able to either hit these out routes or, in that case, find them open deep down the field, just like to miss 2 plays ago.
Honestly, if I'm Popri right now, I'm like waiting 2 seconds.
Where's the DT on this?
Where is the DT?
Popri.
If I'm Popri, I'm waiting 2 seconds and then rushing down the same side that Mr. Bean is CBing on. Because that seems to be the side that they're attacking.
But it feels like they panic on the out
4th
routes.
and 10.
So Carlitos tries to shift over him. Popri almost takes on the role of another CB. If Hollow was really wanting to pay attention, he could probably just scramble for it. There we go.
And I'm not sure.
And it's a dive.
Oh my goodness! Maybe even an early crossing there. Hollow just hits a dot.
It was just a great shot. Landmine, gonna waste.
Showing it off.
And he gets in. Notre Dame building upon their lead.
You know, I wasn't sure about Notre Dame going for it there. You know, you're up by 15, you might as well just play the field position game, but boy did it work out for them.
Mac Jones is taking the field.
I do not care.
I do. Thinking we could bring Landmine in for it, since he's caught 3 of the 4 touchdowns for Notre Dame. Oh, they don't get anyone to jump both times. And it's to the upright. 36-14. Notre Dame with a great lead at halftime.
.22 lead for Notre Dame.
And the stands have almost completely cleared out here at Arrowhead Stadium.
And no one's gonna get it again. A little bit generous of a placement right there, but who knows. Notre Dame seems to not have a 3rd person on the field. There they go. The Hess enters the game. They seem to be very cautious of lobs here. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a heck interception on this play, though.
I think they're just gonna double lob, unless no. Kanye going for a lob.
Mr. Bean
has a little bit of space.
And he went out of bounds.
Out of bounds?
Went out.
At least he got out to stop the clock, if anything, but...
Seems like his mouse button would not work.
That's unfortunate.
That's happened to me a lot of times.
I really do think we can see a heck interception here. I feel like Mr. Bean will try to take too long on these routes. And if Heck stays on him and doesn't get shaken, he'll just pick that right off.
Yeah. It seemed like Kanye went off sides for a little bit there. Kanye open.
Cutting back.
Kanye's got room.
What?
Mr. Bean scrambles.
He tries to spin move,
Plenty of space.
and he just gets right up to the, I'd say the 50.
Call timeout. Call timeout.
There we go. At 3 seconds, they finally call it. I'd say it's 4, but
They're in field goal range.
Very awkward by Mr. Bean. It seems like when he tried to do that, instead of moving forwards, he just stopped, spun, and then just got hit back.
I don't know what he was trying to do there. But
Are they not in field goal range?
Refs have not had
they're in field goal range, but I don't think it really changes anything if you hit a field goal here. I don't think the amount of time on the clock really matters here. They're just gonna go for a double lob.
Not sure why they aren't kicking.
I mean,
I guess they just want
Well, they try.
Kanye and Carlitos, very much better lob catchers than Hollow and Landmine.
And they just jumped.
I don't think that really matters.
No, it was after good to go. But let's see what happens.
I mean, they're gonna. That's a horrible lob.
Wow.
Mr. Bean aiming a little too high. Maybe if it was more horizontally inclined than vertically, it would have gotten.
Frick me! Frick me!
I wouldn't be surprised if Mr. Bean leaves the Discord after this game. No halftime seems to be taken.
No, they said earlier that there was gonna be no halftime.
Yeah, probably no halftime. Stanford desperately needs half, but horrible scheduling conflicts with the VFL cause them to miss out on that precious time.
There we go, that's a better clock put up.
And the kick is caught.
Finally, a kick is caught.
And one hit, 2 hits, and 3 hits. Good return.
He's not down yet. He's down
No,
at
he
like the 42. What a return by Carlitos.
See if Stanford can get a little bit back in this game.
I mean, if they had made that Hail Mary, a touchdown here would be... A touchdown here would be very good for Stanford, but...
Hold them in one possession.
Notre Dame is known for turning it up on the defensive end in the second half, but right now it seems like they're just dominating completely. I mean, they even held Ohio State to only 7 points.
No, they did. It was.
That's a sack.
That's a sack. That's a sack.
Or a pick.
Look at it, they're gonna call a sack.
You know, the way Cheeseball called that, kind of.
It seemed like he was waiting for what happened.
It's like in the NBA where somebody puts up a shot that looks like it could have been a foul, and then the ref only calls it a foul if he misses. It's that kind of a thing. Like, he wouldn't have called a sack if it was caught by the receiver. Oh, that looks like a good one. Kanye turns way too early.
Yeah.
I mean, his
I don't think
consistency
Bean
on
is in
lobs
VC.
is about the same. Mr. Bean getting into a fight with Kanye East. I mean, his consistency with catching lobs is about the same as his release dates
Why
on
would
Donda.
they take Carlitos there? They take out Carlitos.
Taking out Carlitos is crazy, considering he's probably the best lob catcher on the team.
They're going for
Kanye is just not up to stuff today. I mean, obviously with Mr. Bean at QB, you're gonna
Kanye with the
expect
burn.
your lobs to
Throw
be
the
short,
lob
but then, oh, that looks
and
decent.
oh!
Oh, Kanye gets it, and it's a TD. Oh, what a catch by Kanye East. How are your guys' ears holding up after that one? Anyway, Stanford looking to mount a Notre Dame versus Ohio State-sized comeback. You know, I think that the only team that Notre Dame hasn't had stellar defense in the second half against has been LSU.
Oh, I wonder what.
I mean, and even in that game, they had pretty good defense in the first half. I think they're just a one-half team, whether that be the first half or the second half.
But they were doing pretty well in the first half, too.
Yeah. I mean, looking at it right now, it looks like Notre Dame has kind of toned it down in the second half.
Nah. Stanford got a lucky throw. Notre Dame's going to connect here, probably on a lob to landmine. And then they'll score.
You know, I never got the idea of just kicking it straight out the back of the end zone.
I guess you just don't want to risk the return.
I mean, yeah, but like, if you kick it at the right spot, you can only have 3 players on the field. There's gonna be at least one spot that's uncovered, and then you can just straight line it there. If you're good enough at flicking. Ooh,
seems like
good hits at the line.
Oh, it's just behind.
Hollow a little bit too high on that shot.
I think Land possibly could have gotten that if he tried to like jump back into it, but it was a very awkward shot to adjust.
Maybe. That's a very high level thing for a receiver to be able to do though.
Gotta clip it with your hitbox. I'm surprised they have landmine on Carlitos' side. I would have expected that they kept Heck on his in order to get landmine open for lobs, but they probably seem to be targeting a out route here with Heck.
Popper gets his 2 hits in early.
A little bit of a miss there by Hollow.
This play we're gonna be zoomed in on Mr. Bean to watch his mastery in motion.
Seems like they're going for lobs here. I wouldn't be surprised if, Heck cut back.
Mr. Bean misses both of his hits off the line and then gets absolutely cooked on the left side, but Hollow misses the shot.
Hollow's not doing well this drive.
So, what I gathered from that play is that Mr. Bean sucks at CB.
Yeah.
I mean, he missed both of his hits. He got absolutely destroyed off the line.
Because what Notre Dame is doing is they're trying to make, on those closer routes, it seem like they're going to throw lobs. So the Stanford receivers try to move back, which allows them to just cut out instantly. It seems like they're going for a run play here.
Ooh, they're going for the classic, and he gets boosted straight through! He gets hit out, though! He's out! At the 7! Or the 27. Right?
Yes, the 7.
Turnover on downs!
A great
Stanford turning it up here in the second half.
I thought they had that.
Will
So
they be?
but they're able to gap and just punch him out.
Will they be able to close this gap to a one-score game? All they need is to go 28 yards down the field.
"28 yards without any fuck-ups."
That is very difficult for Stanford to do.
Carlito's jumps. But they get the.
I don't think the refs are calling any jumps this game.
That's
Mr.
risky,
Bean,
Mr. Bean.
living dangerous, makes a good decision. He has a good run. Oh,
So many yards there, but Hack was able
he
to get.
threw it at the bottom of his jump instead of the top, and that just completely
Had
ruins
he
your
thrown
run.
it a little higher, it was possible that Hack could have hit him into it.
Oh, for sure. Maybe right there he could have gone for one of his high arcing runs too, since he had so much room. Mr. Bean calling for something, judging from that reaction by Cheesepaw. Ooh, Mr. Bean had Poppery there, but he's gonna turned around before.
It's up. Oh, this could be on point. But it's way
out.
out.
Oh, back of the end zone. It's 3rd and 10. Obviously, they're gonna go for it in the event that they miss this.
That should have been a clock stop, but whatever.
I think they're just doing running time, which is weird considering how close this
is. Yeah.
Oh no. That's early. That's early crossing.
You think so?
Yeah, he went into the pocket.
Seems like Cheese is reffing by himself.
He clearly ran into the pocket before he shot, and it was instant. Like, right there, I would definitely challenge if I were Stanford, but there's no challenges allowed in the VCAA. They're just gonna try for a prayer. They're just gonna fade it.
Interesting that they just don't even want to. Oh,
that's a good lob, though! That's a good lob! Oh, Stanford doesn't get it.
But if they get another top, they could have another chance.
Of course, in the VCAA, time is always running unless it's the last 2 minutes of the second or the fourth quarter. So that's why time was running on that incomplete pass.
Seems like they might be doing double out routes here.
Poppery misses his shots. Heck was open. Hollow didn't have his bow pulled out though, and Hollow throws it a mile ahead of himself.
Dude, no. They might send Lan on a lob with Heck on an out route here is what I'm thinking they're going to go with. Or a drag, rather.
Heck's doing it in for sure.
Exactly what it is. They get it up.
That's over.
Lan.
Oh no, that's a perfect lob!
Do it. TD.
Straight over Mr. Bean's head. Perfect to landmine. 43 to 21, assuming they hit this.
I won't be surprised if Stanford jumps out of panic.
They might, and then Notre Dame can go for their. I mean, they even hit that play. They even hit that play on your team, Ohio State, where they'd get you to jump and then they'd run a two-pointer. Wasn't Lake eating like the entire second half?
Yeah, we can control that. We tried.
Man really wanted to go 5-1 and give up Bigham's Weisman. And that is very offsides for Hollow. Also offsides by Heck. They aren't going to call any of it though.
But they get a return.
Carlitos catches it. This could be good field position. Go right. Cuts back left.
He's gonna get
ends up at the 29.
I'd say. Yep, 33-ish.
33.
Seems like steak has been dropped on the field. That's my message.
I took it.
Solid.
No, I'll drop. I'll drop on for Bean. Oh, it didn't go far. Come on.
Is it fourth quarter?
It's third. Oh, never mind. It just crossed into fourth quarter. So now, after 3 minutes, time will stop after every incompletion, which is very good for Stanford since they have many incompletions. I really don't see many reasonable ways that Notre Dame chokes this, but quite a few possible ways.
Yeah.
Out of bounds though.
I mean, they're.
That's the like Stanford special, just straight off rip through a screen pass.
Notre Dame players find issue with something, don't know what. Mr. Bean, and it's dead. Mr. Bean forgets that you have to actually shoot it before the line of scrimmage.
I think he just forgot where the line of scrimmage was.
Yeah. Pretty sure I could QB better than this.
I'm pretty sure that's true.
Patriots up 6-0, Eagles up 13-0.
A lot of people joking about the Weisman race. I don't know if they realize it's a very sensitive topic for one of the people in the stadium. That's a sack.
That lagged. Oh fuck!
It was a sack though.
I just
Bean got smashed into the ground on that play.
I'm gonna ref it as well. Fuck, I'm gonna be a double ref and thing.
And a commentator.
Yes, commentator and ref. Just realized I have my monkey head on.
Brilliant. Don't count to 4 in call.
Why?
Stanford really needs to get this conversion in order to stay alive in this game.
It's like, Stanford, this is a huge play. 1001, 1002, 1003.
Now we're really there. It's gonna get it off. And, what the fuck?
That's just
there's all
so much lag on that play. And that should be the end of the game. Notre Dame can just do their run play and destroy the clock. What I would do here if I were Notre Dame... they almost choked that completely, but...
Seems like he's trying to waste time down, so they're gonna get him there.
Now they just gotta play the pre-snap clock.
Gotta play the waiting game.
Papa calling for
Let's put some Jeopardy music on, huh?
Isn't that copyright?
Whoa.
You know how the owners feel about copyright.
Yeah. Oh my.
Oh, Hollow has a mile of space on the left side and the easiest touchdown of his life. He could have thrown that straight up, caught it, and still had enough time to get into the end zone before Stanford
Not really sure
was
what
even in his
Stanford's trying to do here. Stanford needs to have Bean move further back because he's just getting hit at that line instantly if he continues to remain up there. Mr. Bean takes it.
Again, throwing it.
Why isn't
straight
he
to the
waiting for blocks?
person on the left side? Ooh. Mr. Bean
Mr.
gets
Bean
stopped
hesitated
at
there
the
and just
28
got
there.
absolutely clapped for that.
Maybe you would have liked to have been spam clicking to take reduced knockback if you're Mr. Bean. You know, that's actually a very viable strategy to get off the line, is spam clicking for the first 2 hits on the CB. Since friend 1.8 PvPers in chat, that's a dime by Mr. Bean. And only 2 hits! Just run
It's
for the
3.
end zone! What are you doing?
It's 3.
I like how
If
said breath when we were looking right at it.
if Stanford scores, they can't onside kick it after. Whatever. Oh, and it.
That
Wait,
is not what you
wait.
want to see.
3 down.
I don't know why Sky2 is trash talking Mr. Bean.
Well, I'm
Who
being
knows?
me, so.
I'm breaking
I
half the
think
field as
I think he's just jealous of his immeasurable skill. Now what I'm confused at is why aren't they letting Ben QB now, seeing as how, you know.
I guess they just don't need to. Keep getting your main guy practice. We're so far into the season, they don't have to really worry about that. Oh.
True. Oh, that is so open. And
Oh.
overthrew it.
Damn.
Maybe the wide receiver could have jumped a little more. I saw
don't
him
think
like
he was
cut
getting
in
there.
a little bit.
There was a slight pause, but with how far away it was, I don't think I would have changed it.
I don't know. Landmine.
Probably going to be going with a double out route here. Stanford really should be able to learn it by these at this point and hopefully jump it.
I mean, I know from my game against Stanford that Carlitos. Those were double ins. That was. Those weren't outs. Those were ins. It completely threw off the defense.
It was called a sack.
Sake.
Sake!
Everyone wants a sake call.
Sake.
I love sake. I love sakes.
Sake is a vibe. Sake. Yes, sake.
So we have to call it now.
And right now you're just wondering, what if about so many of those red.
And it's over.
Way over.
That looks like
And they
Poppery
can-
stepped on the blue line. If you want to call early crossing, by the way.
No, I don't. Didn't see it. So they're going for a punt.
That's fair. You just wonder what if about so many of these red zone opportunities from Stanford that they just completely whiffed on. I mean, right here, if you're Notre Dame, you're just running double outs and getting the first, right? I mean, there's only.
What if they? What
one
if?
DT right there.
Oh wow! What a great punt!
And I get it down at the 10.
And there's a piece of steak sitting there.
That's not what you want. That's not what you want if you're Holly. You're hoping for a little bit more, honestly.
Okay.
I mean.
I'll see what Stanford can whip up here.
Backed up straight against the end zone just isn't good enough, you know?
No. Watch Heck pick off Mr. Bean here.
I wouldn't be surprised, Mr. Bean. Oh, Kanye got so much separation off the line, and that's a lob! But Kanye biffs it completely again! Maybe Heck hitting Mr. Bean had a bit to do with the fact that, and that's a horrible lob. What are you doing? There is shooting on the Stanford sideline.
Put Papri in. Carlitos for QB.
No, they have their two best lob catchers on the field. Oh, that's a good lob!
Oh.
Oh, in stride to landmine though. Oh, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Landmine just killed me with how he almost juked out Stanford's defense
No, he did.
completely.
But if it was on like one hit there, they would have fucking scored. Had Heck not punched Mr. Bean there, he would have picked that off. He was like half a block away, but his last punch boosted him too far. Seems like
that's
they're
gonna
going
be open.
for...
Oh, Ben is playing QB. They're going for a lob. That's way short.
Oh, Heck could have gotten that.
Carlitos could have. Carlitos just didn't turn around.
The legendary quad queef.
Quad queef.
Quad queef.
The vaginal fart.
Most likely double outs or like double fake outs cut up. Maybe one in, one cut up. No, it's just double out.
Oh!
And that's a oh!
Wait, I think this is going.
Sprint broke. Poppery's walking. Poppery's walking into the end zone. Wasting time.
TD!
TD is called. It looked like maybe a sack on my end, but it was a toss-up. Ref's most likely gonna review this. Ref's most likely gonna review this.
They can't challenge, and Cheese and I both agree, so that's enough for them.
Isn't it a scoring review though?
I don't think. Pretty sure.
Nova. I think you have to review since it's scoring. Whatever. They're up by a billion. They're not gonna lose.
No way.
That was a dot. That was an absolute dime. Where was this for the first 19 minutes and 22 seconds?
26. Get math right, dumbass.
This is for the first 19 minutes and 26 seconds.
What the fuck? Why did Cheese run clock?
Going for an onside, most likely teaching him the coordinate. Oh, that looks like a good onside.
And
They ran past
Caught
it.
by landmine. And that's the game. Mr. Bean looks like he was complaining in chat. Can anyone tell me what Mr. Bean said there? They are doing a double out route. That would have been helpful at the start of the game.
They just...
Oh, he threw a pick to Mr. Bean! He threw a pick! On the lob, he threw a pick to Mr. Bean! Early crossing, though. Unfortunate for Bean.
Stanford forfeits.
alright, time to slander the fuck out of Stanford.
Hey, Doro, can you go to the stadium and I'll TPA to you?
1 second.
Let me just really quick change my title.
Wait, is the Niners game still going on?
It's about to start.
I was to say the score for them is 21-20.
Imagine if Heck throws an interception here.
Heck time, heck time, heck time, heck time.
Heck at QB. They're calling the game. Can you go to the game and let me TP?